to talk to you about what local means and what it does not mean, because I think there are a lot of myths built around the term local. I submit to you that, to an approximation, the way we tend to use it, there's no such thing as local, okay? Too often, broadcasters use local to define their address in a local community. You know, the music comes from somewhere else, maybe the air talent comes from somewhere else, okay, the call letters come from here, and the clients come from here, but otherwise, you know, local is very much a figure of speech. Here's the way to think about local. Think about it in your own terms. When you think about local, the ultimate local is me personally, right? It's you personally. Let's go beyond that. It's you, it's your family, it's your neighborhood, okay? Beyond that, what's the meaning of local, okay? What's the meaning of your local community defined as your MSA, right? How does that matter to you unless it affects your neighborhood, your family, or you? The only exception to what I just said, I think, is a sports team. You know, if you're in San Diego, you root for the Chargers. It's the market's team. But other than that, my concerns don't extend beyond my neighborhood. I worry about crime in my neighborhood. I worry about child molesters in my neighborhood. I worry about dog parks in my neighborhood. Why? Because they all affect me and my family. So really, if you think about it in terms of local, we need to reconceptualize this a little bit. And we can use terms like live and local and so on. I mean, it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant unless it's intensely relevant, okay? It's irrelevant unless it's intensely personal and specific to me, my family, and my neighborhood. Does that make sense?
To me, it does. I mean, it absolutely makes sense. There's been a lot of things written lately that radio will survive because it's local. And I've said, and I think our program directors that are in the room get this as well. Local isn't any better than things that are syndicated unless it's better. And that's kind of the bottom line.
It's even worse than that because Pandora is personal. So wait a minute. Now you've skipped local to go to personal. Okay, where local matters is when you add elements in that are bigger than the personal, that can't be provided by a music service or a jukebox or whatever, a radio service, whatever we want to call Pandora. So it's not about being local. It's about being meaningful for me, my family, and my neighborhood. Okay, and how that translates to you is everything. I mean, the local morning shows are effective not just because they're better, but because they relate to me, my family, and my community. When we talk about local news, what are we really talking about? We're not talking about local news. We're talking about traffic, weather, right? We're talking about things which relate to me, my neighborhood, my family. Traffic and weather. It's about my commute. It's about what my kids are wearing to school today. See what I mean? So we've got it all wrong with regard to local. We're thinking of local as a place rather than a state of mind.